How's it going, guys? SelvsLeaderCarson here. I am now here to do my FAQ answer video now. So originally, when I got my new webcam, which is this right here, I also stated I was going to do more reaction videos, which is true, but all of you guys, the two of you who asked me to do reaction videos, was only music videos. And I have a little bit of a problem with that, because when I looked at them, they were only like 100,000 views, and not really something to react to. I mean, they kind of sound ridiculous. Now, the other guy who posted like a 17-minute video, it was all about educational, and I'll get to that later. I will do a reaction to that. I will do a reaction to that because, you know, as a future teacher, that personally hits me, okay? Because I liked how this, I think his name was Zackie Chan. That was the username he chose. I like what he did there. It was actually pretty smart, so if you're watching this, Zackie Chan, thank you for actually showing me that video. I will do a reaction to it. But it will only, you'll have to be cut up because it's 17 minutes long and I'm not going to show a video that long of my reaction. So it's just going to be what I feel is the best bits. So let's get to the FAQs. Like, I have had fans ask me these questions, and I also had my alter ego, Other Carson, ask me these questions. I felt like these were questions I should add, and actually would be very interesting to hear what you guys think about Other Carson's questions. So let's get with question number one. Question number one, where did you get that awesome beard? Now, I'm assuming you mean this beard, right? This scruffiness here, it feels so good. Okay, stop it. Stop it. Alright, but I know what you mean, the David beard. So where did I get that? Now, as I said, I'm currently now in Sacramento, California. I actually researched there are more Sacramentos around the world, or in the US. Not the point. When I was still back in my hometown of Stockton, there was a theater store on my street. It was very nearby, like my family house. It was like, if you had to do like a walk to it, it's probably like a good 6 to 7 minute walk to the place. But the thing is, it was a theater store. It sold all these theatrical stuff. Like, it didn't sell makeup. It sold outfits. It sold costumes. It sold, like, this theater cup. I wanted to get it from my theater teacher, the director, when I was in a theater play. It was called, the mug said it was William Shakespeare. It showed all the William Shakespeare quotes, and I loved that. And I wanted to get it to him, but I didn't have the money for it at the time. Moving on. I went into the store. I was looking for outfits, like a beard for David. I wanted to get a grayish beard, like probably a beard that was like this long, just for laughs. But it said 50% off. I saw the one I wanted, but there was no gray one, like old man's gray color. So it was there was only blonde and brown, and I hated the color brown. I did not want that for a beard. I hate the color brown for a beard. It just, like, it's a big scruffiness right there, like that you saw in the Omegle video. I would hate that if it was brown. So I got blonde. It was 50% off, so if it was like $10, I got it for like $5, which was a steal to me, at least. I felt it was a steal, so I was happy with that regardless. Yeah, it's just, I love that beard. It's actually fun. I still have it with me. My parents did not want me to bring that here with me at all. They did not want me to bring that, but my brother, Connor, you could say SelvsLeader Connor, he is a real person, Connor. Connor Huber is my brother. He encouraged me actually to bring it, and he said that my mom and dad should actually accept my weirdness instead of scolding it, which that I love to hear, like from my own brother, my own flesh and blood, my own older brother, to support me on this. So yeah, alright, let's move on. Question number 2, where did you get that awesome hat? I'm assuming you mean this hat. Now, it's a funny story to that. Technically, I didn't steal it, but he didn't want it back. So I don't know where to put myself into this. So let me try and answer it as best I can. It was either my mom's 40th birthday when she just turned 40, or a big family gathering. It was near a local brewery that we usually go to. It was like 1 block away from the house. We decided to hang out there. All these family members that I rarely see or don't talk to a lot show up, have a good time, and I saw one of my distant relatives, wear that hat, and I was like complimenting on him, and he's like, yeah, sure, you want to wear it? I was like, okay, let me see what it looks like. Let me see what it looks like. So I put it on, and he said it actually looked good with me, and what happened was I just wore it through the whole night, through the whole day into the night, and when we all went our separate ways, I realized I was still wearing that hat, and I felt so terrible. I wanted to give it back, but my mom said, "Oh, he's gone very long way. If he wanted it, he would have gotten it back." I was like, "Oh my god, I stole something from my family. Oh my god, what have I done? What have I done? Oh my god, oh no." But it turns out he didn't want it anymore, or I'm assuming he didn't want it anymore because he never asked for it back, so I just pretty much kept it, and it's been mine ever since. Like, I've had this hat since, I guess you could say, almost 4 to 5 years, so I'm happy with that. I could technically say it's mine. Oh god, I just feel so terrible. I took something from my own family. I'm a terrible person. Okay, so next question. What's it like, this is a girl who asked this for the record, and I will state if it was a girl or a guy who asked this question. The first 3 questions were all asked by girls. Question number 3. What's it like to be famous? I don't know what you define as famous, but I honestly feel like I'm not famous, really. If you want to say having more than 1,000 subscribers is famous, then yes, I'm considered famous. It feels kind of weird to have people stalk you, watch your videos, and do all this crazy stuff and make weird comments and then tell you to do annoying stuff for their entertainment and so they can laugh and show their friends to make you laugh for them to laugh at you. Yeah, then I'm famous. But no, honestly, in truth, I don't feel famous. I still feel like a normal YouTuber. As I said, I am the underdog YouTuber, and I feel like people who still have under 100,000 subscribers are underdog YouTubers because they are overlooked by the YouTube idols, people who have more than at least 750,000 subscribers, because it pretty much makes it clear most people are going to watch their videos and ignore the people who actually put out good material. But the problem is people are not looking for them. They're looking to the YouTube idols. So I honestly don't feel famous. I still feel like an average guy at this. So I hope that answers the question. If it doesn't, I'll try and elaborate more in the comments. Let's see. Question number 4. Everybody's been asking this one. How old are you? The easy answer is I am 23. I will be turning 24 in November 19th of this year, so yeah, I'm like 23 and a half at this point, you could say, but I just say I'm 23. Yeah, okay, so that was an easy question. Question number 4, and this was a question posted on the Q&A and camera vlog video, and this is by Zackie Chan. As an aspiring teacher, I would be interested in hearing your views on the state of our current education system. Ah, God, you make this so long. What are practices that make school more real for students, and so on? For the last part, I'm assuming what you think. I'm assuming you're asking me what I think practices should be used to make school feel more realistic to students and so on. But as an aspiring teacher, I guess you could say I don't like our educational system. There is a YouTube video that was posted like maybe a year and a half ago by now. It was some guy named Jeff in Texas that was pointing out the educational system, that the teachers don't really care about the educational system. They're just going to say, okay, do your homework, and I expect you to get an A, B, or C, and if you get a D or F, well, then you pretty much suck. I don't like that kind of educational system. I want teachers to actually make the students feel like they were a part of it. Like, I don't know if there are teachers out there like this. If there are, this is the kind of educational system I want to see. I had a high school teacher, 2 of them actually. Well, I'll add him in there. Number 3, there are 3 teachers. One was Mr. Sutterth, who lost his job because he was allegedly selling pot, but I don't believe that because he's an actually nice guy. I've talked to him. He doesn't seem like that type of person. He's very intelligent too, so I don't think he would have been like that. Number 2 is the one I prefer the most, is Oscar Fry, history teacher. Yeah, the first one was an English teacher, and the last one was an economics government teacher, Mr. Hunt. So the one I preferred, number 2, Mr. Fry, what he did was he did all these like funny sketches and drawings that in U.S. history you could actually relate to. You could see a knight on it in shiny armor, waving a flag called Labor. That's the Knights of Labor, and you could get that. And then on a special event like World War I, he would dress up as a World War I soldier, and you have to participate in the actual event with all the sound effects happening around the room. That's the kind of system I want, because the teacher makes it fun to learn. And what he also did was, okay, everyone, listen, here's what's going to be on the test. Everything is going to be on the test. So, all you have to do is look for the answers. And they were like, right there, it found it. And then they write it in and they go take the test and they either get an A, B, or C. If you didn't study at all, or you didn't even try, then we knew what grade you were going to get. But yeah. What practices I would like to see? But so far, as I'm going to answer again, overall, I think my views on the state of our current education system, there are only few, like on a scale of 1 to 10, 2 out of 10 teachers, I'm probably being very harsh to say this, 2 out of 10 teachers actually care about their job and actually make learning about the subject interesting. The others, 8 out of 10, actually I'll lower that number. I would say there's like another 2 that are neutral. They do good, but they're not putting in more effort. The 6 out of 10 other teachers, they don't try. They expect you just gonna go by the system that they are already jumping into that was preceded for them, and they expect you to not you're not gonna care about this subject. These kids are stupid. Nobody's gonna care. They don't care. They just want to go out and have fun. That's not what I feel. I actually love history because of Mr. Fry. He actually got me to wanting to become a history teacher, and I'm not gonna change that path either way. So, what practices I should be used more for the students to make the school real? Take efforts from Mr. Sutter, Mr. Fry, and Mr. Hunt. I mean, don't sell pot, obviously. Teachers should not do that. No. That's bad. I mean, what he did was transcendentalism. He made students think outside the box, saying, if you want to be smart, if you want to learn English, if you want to learn this and that and this and that, and all these authors and writers, you need to think outside the box and then learn about it and then think about what they thought back then. I mean, that's probably like let's say, philosophical English, not English literature, but he did teach about grammar and everything and corrected us and made us feel terrible if we did bad. Mr. Hunt did a survey says in history and government and economics, like, you gotta say what is blah 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 in this answer, what is blah 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 in that answer, but he made it fun to learn. So, just overall my answer is, make classes and learning the education fun, because if the students say consider it's, I made this a huge topic, but I'm still gonna say it. If you make the subject fun to learn, then they're gonna want to learn it more, or they're gonna want to go in that field. If you don't make it fun, why do you think they're gonna care? Why do you think they don't care about the subject or the topic they're going into? No one's gonna care then. So I say just encourage the fun into learning it. Okay, so now we're gonna move on from that field. Question number. I've lost count. Question number 6 from fans. I believe this was asked by a girl. Yes. What gave you the idea to create David? I honestly don't know what gave me the idea to create David. I guess I said I wanted to create another alter ego that would be what you would say is the troll, the dork, the blah 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 blah, that's not right, blah 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 blah, the all the big troll and the big I'm right and you're wrong and this is stupid and you're crap and all that stuff. I wanted that troll version of an alter ego. So that's where David came in. David was the trollish alter ego that I wanted to create. So that idea came up. Billy is like the annoying fan, which I'll get to later. He's the annoying fan, and other Carson, we'll get to that also later. Number 7. What is the YouTubers you dislike? Now, I wouldn't say I dislike anybody. As a person, I don't dislike them, okay? I respect them as people because I think they're doing a very good job, but I just don't like how they do it, like the material they point out. So just gonna make that clear now, okay? So don't think I hate them just because I want to hate them. No. There are very good reasons. I guess 3 people. I can't name anybody else. I mean, if they cross my mind later, then there's a reason why. Like, I mention it later. Number 1 would be PewDiePie. I personally do not like his material. I may get some hate for this, but personally, I just think he's just an annoying, loud screamer guy. He makes stupid comments, and it just eventually gets annoying and childish. And as a person, I respect him. But I just don't like the material he puts out, and yeah, I can't agree with it, honestly. I get annoyed with it easily. And the second person would be RPG Minx. I do not like what they, I guess you could say what she puts out. It's just her annoying voice. She doesn't do a face cam, and she acts like she's a hot woman. All we know she might be, but we never see her. Many fans have asked to see what she looks like, but she hides her face, which is with these animated drawings of what we can assume looks like her, but honestly, that's just an animated version of her. So when she tried to give I guess you could say, an imaginary answer, like saying, "Oh, this is what I look like, but you have to imagine it," I don't like that. And I've listened to her voice. I just don't like it. It just sounds more annoying. I'd rather listen to Skrillex, and I'm not a big fan of dubstep music, okay? I don't like it, but I don't hate it. I'm neutral with dubstep. I'd rather listen to dubstep over RPG Minx. And the last one, I guess you could say, is trolls in the internet, like the dislike bots. They're just people who just gonna hit dislike just to make you look bad. I've been getting a couple so far. And one of my buddy, Nath Plays, he's on my Underdog YouTubers list, if you look him up. He actually got a lot of dislike bots. I don't like that, because if you're just gonna dislike people just to dislike them, and just to make them look bad, that doesn't really give you credibility, unless you give an explicit reason why you don't like their video. You could say, like, and I'm just saying, if Nath Plays is watching this, don't hate me. For example, he has an annoying voice, he doesn't sound like a mature man, or he does stupid dramatic comments, or freaks out like a 5-year-old, then for all I could say, I don't like his videos, and you could dislike him. But that's not what I think of Nath Plays. I actually think he's a really good guy. I actually respect him as a guy, and I love what he puts out, because it's much different than what some people put out than usual. Okay, moving on from that topic. If I come up with any YouTubers I dislike, then I'll mention them later. Okay, and this is the girl who asked this, so this is going to be obvious. Are you married? Are you serious, right? You must be serious, right? No, I'm not married. I'm a free man. There's no ring on this finger, and I'll actually tell you a funny story about that later. Actually, let me just investigate into my field. But, actually, I should mention this. I guess you can mention this. There is two more YouTubers I don't like. I guess you could say Shenaners. I've been looking at a couple of his videos, or even my buddy Snabless agrees with me on this. Snabless points out that he's just putting out, like, the same redundant content, and it doesn't get really interesting. You gotta put out new stuff, and I agree with him on that. You always have to put out new stuff in order to get people interested. I've actually lost the reminder of my last person. Okay, but no, I'm not married. The funny story is, if you don't know this, then you get to learn. Apparently, there is a vein the reason why rings go into this finger, your left hand, I guess third finger, if you hold it up, there's a vein in this blood, in this finger, and it goes all the way straight to your heart. That's why there's always rings on that finger. Unless your heart's on the right side, then you're gonna put a ring on that finger, but yeah, that's the only vein that's closest to your heart on your hand. Okay, question number whatever. I'm just gonna say the questions. What is my favorite movie? I don't know how to answer that, because I have a lot of favorite movies, and I'm gonna name 3 of them. One is a series, but I guess you could understand why I say it. Toy Story is my favorite series. I guess The Hunchback of Notre Dame is my favorite Disney movie of all. It's very dark than most Disney movies, and it's actually very well done if you watch it. And it actually gives you a good message if you look at it. And I as a kid, I watched it, and I was actually hit me more. It hit me harder than others. That you should not judge somebody by their appearance. You should judge them by their heart. And I do judge people by their heart, but if your heart is just as bad as your looks, then there's no point of actually trying to put up a fight on that argument. And if you want to see a war movie, Saving Private Ryan. I can't. There are so many movies I like. Okay, personally, there's a lot of favorites. Okay, so we're not gonna get into that field. Okay, next question. Do you have a YouTube role model? How long has this been going on, by the way? Let me see the video. 20 minutes. So I'll have to cut this up in 3 parts, probably. Do I have a YouTube role model? Yes, I have. I guess you could say I have 3. No. 2 only. 2 only. First is, obviously, Markiplier is a big role model to me. I like how he does his videos. He makes his attitude and his videos suit, the mood or the content of what he puts out. And that's what I really support. That's the kind of stuff I want to do, personally. I like what he does. He does, like, some funny sketches on the side when he gets the time. He does funny gameplays and uses alter egos and funny voices. That's what people like. They like to laugh and have enjoyment. And the next YouTuber well, they're not a people. They're not a person, but they're people, but you'll get what I mean. My other YouTube role model is Smosh. I love Smosh. Been subscribed to them, I guess, somewhere around 2010, 2011, one of those two. Don't matter. I can't remember. I've been watching them, love their attitude. They're really nice guys. I've never met them. I would love to work with them, and I've been asked that later, so we'll get to that again. I love them. They're really nice guys. They're very funny, and I love what they always put out. They always make me laugh at least once. If they put out 7 videos, if they put out 1 video every 7 weeks, in that entire month, I probably would laugh at 3 of them of the entire month, because they always put out one on Fridays, every Friday. But yeah, that's my answer, I guess. Those are my YouTube models. So, yeah. That's the end of part 1. I'm just going to go and create a part 2. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye!